EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now Murray off play action. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
To throw, it's Murray. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find Gray here. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Nash. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd down, Nash. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Nash. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. We get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Let's go, D. Check three. Shift. Switch. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On play action, it's Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Play fake. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Aaron Stokes. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Back to throw. Nash got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. So Todd Bowles had it right, and he wins the challenge. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 27, Murray. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. To give him 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Nash. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off-play action. Nash steps away. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nash. Touchdown Raiders. DJ Chark from 40 yards out. And the Raiders are looking good here. The season openers are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. 2nd time in this game, Charles. The ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Off the bootleg. Nash, he'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Evans, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in real history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, Nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 40 now on second down. Murray. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Nash. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Operating from the gun. Nash over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Nash. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. Now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
To throw on second down. Nash, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring out the third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Nash. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DJ Chark. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Play action. Now it's Murray. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. On second down, here's Murray. He finds Douglas, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Murray from midfield. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. Now Brown only wants the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Watch the run. Check three, go.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Murray's going to keep it again. On a strip, the ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets pop free.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. Nash.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn a sack.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup for 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
Here.
Murray going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first and 10, it's Swift. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Murray now to throw. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
Here's Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressive.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Here we go.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Looking to throw. Nash. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it second and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Back to throw. Nash. This will be caught at about the 6. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Murray. Rolling to his left. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot to pick it off a pass.
They run with Jacobs on 1st down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Las Vegas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.